What up, everybody? It's me, Philip Wilkerson, coming to you live from the car. Call it the Car Chronicles. My son he plays flag football, and so sometimes I end up in the car. I'll go outside too to watch him play a little bit, but he's at practice right now. And I don't know. I like to just get on here and engage with my various LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, where this is streaming from. One, just to engage with my network, as well as two, just kind of talk what's on my mind. And so, um, what am I thinking? I'm going to think about impact. So today, I was randomly walking in the Johnson Center. I usually go to the Johnson Center on campus to get some coffee. And lo and behold, there was an actual honors college capstone project fair. And so what this was that students that were seniors in the honors college, they do a project and they had poster boards like a science fair with their research, and which was quite remarkable as these students were doing research projects on the scale that I would see in, my graduate program with, studies and coding interviews, and then backing up that data with, you know, um, this nice graphics, and it was cool. It's like really on the next level. Like I couldn't imagine. I wish I was as ambitious as those students, and I was walking around and checking out the various projects that the students were highlighting. But then randomly, lo and behold, I ran into a friend of mine named Sonny, who I knew from my way back in the day CrossFit days, and I probably haven't seen him in maybe over under 8 years, since playing fantasy football or something. And our lives went different ways, after not really going to the same gym anymore. And he had risen up and he's doing great work as a CEO of a company. Um, and I was like, Sonny, what are you doing here? And I found out that Sonny and his lovely wife had started a scholarship in their name that was dedicated directly to an honors college student. And during that capstone project, they were awarding the 2026 recipient of that scholarship. And I was like, wow, goals, life goals. One of my life goals is to actually one day have an endowment or a scholarship in my name to continue supporting the education of others uh, moving forward. And I think that that legacy building, I think the greatest, the way to stunt on people is to stunt with service. How can you leave such a generational impact like a scholarship, and I don't know, that just popped in my head. And I always love going to scholarship dinners, and then I hear about a scholarship, and then you realize like the origin of it, who was the actual name, why they named the scholarship after somebody, and then how every year that scholarship changes someone's life, and just such a impactful thing. And to see that playing out in real life with someone I know, like this is not some person that's far away that has a scholarship in their name. This is someone that is, my age, and someone that that's in my life. And additionally, a lot of times we hear about scholarships uh post-mortem, right? Like someone names a scholarship in honor of someone that passed away. To see someone start a scholarship in their lifetime, in their young lifetime, to continue to see the recipients is just an amazing feat. And I just want to give a shout out to Sonny and his wife for that, but also just how inspirational that is, and something that ideally I'd like to do one day. A time, talent, treasure as someone that wants to give back. Give back with volunteer and service, give back with your time, and then treasure money. I think that's just the cool trifecta of giving and supporting people. So, maybe one day I will be able to make that dream come true. And when that day comes true, I can reflect on this video of saying that that was a goal in my life, to support. Obviously, also supporting the academic journeys of my sons. I want to make sure that my own two kids go to college, right? And that's life goals too, right? You want to support other people, but hopefully make sure that step number one is making sure that my kids are able to go to college and do that. So, um, we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Sam, for your comment. Um, we'll see how we can turn that into micro goals. But that's just something that came to my mind and thoughts I had today as I do these car chronicles. I want to say some things. Next week, I'll be moderating a panel for Teacher Appreciation Day on May 5th at 6 p.m. So if you're a member of the Mason Nation, I'll make sure to put that in the comments later for those that watch this later. Additionally, continue to support Pats for Patriots and send a nice e-card. Continue to check out my podcast, Positive Filter. Just dropped a new episode today with Eduardo about Clifton Strengths. So I got little things going on, finishing my semester. Uh, and that's going on. So continue to support, engage. Thank you so much for those that are watching this live, but also thank you to those that are watching this later. Love to engage and end this Chronicles from the Car Chronicles Part 2. Never know. I'll jump on here when I have some time to kill in the car. So talk to you. Peace.